Today is Monday, June 22nd. Welcome to Big Book Daily. My name is Rob. I am an alcoholic. It is a thrill, honor, and joy to be here with you today. It is a thrill, honor, and joy to be here with you today. Sorry, my jaw is so numb still and puffy, and I apologize for my voice. But anyway, it's a thrill, honor, and joy to be here with you today as we journey through the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous and the 12 Steps and 12 Traditions. Today out of the Big Book, we're on Chapter 11, A Vision for You. We will be reading page 156. Out of the 12 and 12, man, we're on Tradition 11 already. We'll be reading the first paragraph of page 180. Not long to go there at all. And of course, we'll read the 24 hours a day and daily reflection. So with that, my friends, hope you all are doing well this morning. As I was just saying, I've still got some pain, a lot of swelling today from the wisdom teeth, all four of them. Got them all cut out all in one shot. And it's funny. My daughter says I look like a woodchuck right now. But I'll try to keep it short and sweet. But there is one thing I wanted to say. A dear friend of mine emailed in and said that they had relapsed. And they're in an IOP program right now. And I just want to say I'm so proud of them. One, that they admitted. They came back. And there's a lot of folks that, and first of all, I've relapsed. I know exactly what this person's going through. There's a lot of folks that they go back out and they never come back. If you're in the middle of a relapse, please come on back. You will be embraced by the warm arms of recovery. I promise you that. You're going to encourage a lot of people by coming back. So one, I appreciate their honesty. And I would say, encourage that person to continue to be honest. Encourage them to maybe call their sponsor or a sober friend or someone safe who knows recovery in some way today. Because secrets feed addiction. I've always heard the old line, you're as sick as your secrets, right? And two, this is Robology, but a relapse doesn't erase your sober time. It just reveals some feedback. Okay, what needs strengthening in my spiritual growth here? What was happening to me emotionally before I drank? Was I resentful, angry, lonely, tired, bored? That was a big one for me, bored. Had I stopped praying? Had I stopped calling people or working the steps? Where did I take my self-will back? 3, get back to step 1. Fully. I'm powerless over alcohol. My life has become unmanageable, especially when I try to run the show. And, it's not meant to discourage anyone. It just points you toward the solution. That's where the foundation of the steps can be built. The rest of the steps, I should say. And another one, 4, do the next right thing. Not the whole future. Just one day, one moment at a time. What meeting are you planning on going to today? Who do you plan on talking to? Forget about, oh my gosh, how am I going to rebuild everything? How am I going to stay sober forever? Nah, don't worry about that. Worry about the next few hours here on June 22nd, this Monday. Another thing too, get right back on it. Don't beat yourself up. It's every alcoholic's natural desire to want to drink. That's the obsession of the mind. And then, buddy, as soon as we put it in our system, that physical algae takes over. Oh man, then we're off to the races. We don't shoot our wounded. I've always heard people say that. We don't. Just get right back to work. Don't be ashamed. Anybody out there listening in a relapse right now, somehow you're listening to this show, you found this podcast, just get right back on it. Your best chapters are yet to be written. Don't make the mistake I did, where I just basically went to the fellowships for a long time and I didn't work the steps. I would encourage anybody to get right back to a meeting, get some phone numbers, build you a positive and honest network of people that you can go to, and work the steps with somebody who is in recovery, who knows the program, that can take you through it step by step, page by page. So, dump any alcohol that might be in your house, call a sponsor or any sober friend, get to a meeting, eat, hydrate, and also maybe read the chapter more about alcoholism. Pages 30, I believe, to 33 or 4. Oh man, this describes me to a T. But right here, we learned that we had to fully concede to our innermost selves that we were alcoholics. This is the first step in recovery. The delusion that we are like other people, or presently may be, has to be smashed. You know, the bottom line is you came back. You admitted that you had relapsed. I commend you for that. And I really wish that every person would do that, to come on back, be honest, and hit the program and live a happy and joyous and free life as a result of doing these steps. But where I have to practice acceptance is the fact that a lot of people just never come back. So I really commend you, my friend, for coming back, working it. I'm just so thankful for the reminder that this is a cunning, baffling, and powerful disease. And a friend of mine always used to add, a patient disease. And I can't get sober on yesterday's meeting or yesterday's step work. I gotta work it every day. So thank you. Please keep coming back, and please keep us posted on how you're doing. So with that, sorry, let me get off this little soapbox here. Let's go ahead and get to the good stuff. Sorry about that long preamble. All right, my friends. So if you recall from yesterday's reading out of the big book, A Vision for You, we're at the point where Bill has met Dr. Bob here. And Dr. Bob is, one day, he decides, you know what? I'm going to make amends. I'm going to go to my patients here and I'm going to let them know that, hey, I have this issue. I might not have always been honest with you. And he's going to do this face to face. So we're on page 156. One morning, he took the bull by the horns and set out to tell those he feared what his trouble had been. He found himself surprisingly well received and learned that many knew of his drinking. Stepping into his car, he made the rounds of people that he had hurt. He trembled as he went about, for this might mean ruin, particularly to a person in his line of business. At midnight, he came home exhausted, but very happy. He has not had a drink since. As we shall see, he now means a great deal to his community, and the major liabilities of 30 years of hard drinking had been repaired in 4. But life was not easy for the two friends. Plenty of difficulties presented themselves. Both saw that they must keep spiritually active. One day they called up the head nurse of a local hospital. They explained their need and inquired if she had a first-class alcoholic prospect. She replied, "Yes, we've got a corker. He's just beaten up a couple of nurses. Goes off his head completely when he's drinking. But he's a grand chap when he's sober, though he's been in here 8 times in the last 6 months. Understand he was once a well-known lawyer in town. But just now, we've got him strapped down tight." Here was a prospect, all right, but by the description, none too promising. The use of spiritual principles in such cases was not so well understood as it is now. But one of the friends said, "Put him in a private room. We'll be down." Out of the 12 and 12 are on tradition 11. Our public relations policy is based on attraction rather than promotion. We need always maintain personal anonymity at the level of press, radio, and films. Page 180. Without its legion of well-wishers, AA could never have grown as it has. Throughout the world, immense and favorable publicity of every description has been the principal means of bringing alcoholics into our fellowship. In AA offices, clubs, and homes, telephones ring constantly. One voice says, "I read a piece in the newspapers." Another, "We heard a radio program." And still another, "You saw a moving picture." Or, "You saw something about AA on television." It is no exaggeration to say that half of AA's membership has been led to us through channels like these. "24 hours a day, June 22nd. AA thought for the day. If you have any doubt, just ask any of the older members of the AA group, and they will readily tell you that since they turned their lives over to the care of God as they understood Him, Many of their problems have vanished into the forgotten yesterdays. When you allow yourself to be upset over one thing, you succeed only in opening the door to the coming of hundreds of other upsetting things. Am I allowing myself to be upset over little things? Meditation for the day. I would do well not to think of the Red Sea of difficulties that lies ahead. I am sure that when I come to that Red Sea, the waters will part, and I will be given all the power that I need to face and overcome many difficulties and meet what is in store for me with courage. I believe that I will pass through the Red Sea to that promised land, the land of the Spirit, where many souls meet in perfect comradeship. I believe that when the time comes, I will be freed of material things and find peace. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may face the future with courage. I pray that I may be given strength to face both life and death fearlessly. Daily Reflection, June 22nd. Today, I'm free. This brought me to the good, healthy realization that where there are plenty of situations left in the world over which I have no personal power, that if I was so ready to admit that that had to be the case with alcohol, so I must make the same admission with respect to much else. I would have to be still and know that He, not I, was God. As Bill sees it, page 114. I am learning to practice acceptance in all circumstances of my life, so that I may enjoy peace of mind. At one time, life was a constant battle because I felt I had to go through each day fighting myself and everyone else. Eventually, this became a losing battle. I ended up getting drunk and crying over my misery. When I began to let go and let God take over my life, I began to have a peace of mind. Today, I am free. I do not have to fight anybody or anything anymore. All right, my friends, that concludes today's reading. It's some beautiful stuff. I love the 24 hours a day reading today about sweating the small stuff, right? I'm trying to think okay, so my job, I deal with the public. I've said it many times. I'm a teacher, and for the sake of anonymity, I won't say where I'm at, but I'll tell you the age group. I teach middle school. I teach 13, 14-year-olds every single day. And every time I tell somebody that, they're like, oh gosh, God bless you. And the funny thing is, when I talk to elementary teachers and high school teachers, I'm like, man, I couldn't do what you do. God bless you. But the point I'm trying to make is all throughout the day, I face disrespect sometimes, but I also face some beautiful moments. And a lot of times it would take one rude comment from a student or maybe a coworker or something like that. And buddy, I would let that ruin my day. I would put that in my replay machine that Joe and Charlie talk about, that resentment machine, and just play it over and over again. But I've learned in sobriety in recent years that okay, some hard times may be coming. Some character building comments and actions might be done throughout the day. But there's also some beautiful things too. Harp on those. And thank my higher power for the character building things, because they're revealing something too. But let me give you a practical example. Like, say if my student says something really rude to me. Why am I taking that personal? What inside me is being threatened? See, if I'm spiritually fit, you could say anything about me and it's really not going to bother me, because I'm like, hey, that's your opinion of me. That's your business. I can't change your opinion of me. I like me. My higher power likes me. My wife likes me. My kids like me. I'm okay. And then in the same breath, that same day, I might have a student write me a letter. And I've had that happen before. Or give me a high five in the hallway or say goodbye to me. Like there's this one kiddo that every time she walked out of my classroom, she always made a point to make sure that I heard her say goodbye. She'd always do it. And I finally told her at the end of the year, you always wave in the hallway. You always say good morning. You always say goodbye. Thank you. You have no idea how much that meant to me. So it's my choice every day of whether I'm not going to let the tiny little things, right? Like a disrespectful comment here and there, ruin my day. I don't have to, because that completely negates all the good. I can choose to look at the good that's happening, and I'll find that too. And I love having tangible proof. All I have to do is look through my journals of all the things that I stressed about years ago. And God got me through. He parted those Red Seas, as the reading talks about. And I feel wiser for it. I'm never alone. I've got the beautiful fellowship of Alcoholics Anonymous and NA and my Al-Anon buddies and all, just the fellowship in recovery, man. I love all these fellowships. And I've also got my higher power. And I surround myself with positive people as best I can. It's beautiful stuff. But my friends, that's all we have time for today. I hope you all have a great one. Please know, as always, I don't speak on behalf of AA, NA, Al-Anon, any other sect. I am just a joyful drunk in this lifeboat of recovery, honored to be here today. And if we are given another set of 24 hours, my friends, I sincerely look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow.